Hi, I'm Andrew Strenk with Strategic Planning Concepts International out of Tustin, California. You may have seen one of our previous videos called Is Retail Dead? Or another one we just recently completed, Where Are We Now? This is a continuation of a series we hope to produce going forward in the future. And today's topic is pop-ups. What are pop-ups? Well, they are part of the new retail landscape now. They're temporary, flexible, highly mobile retail channels for introducing new products and new services to the customer. They're very consumer-centric. They're used to build brand awareness. They're used also as labs by some retailers to sort of test out new products and see how they'll resonate with their customers. And you can find these in many locations because a pop-up can be in the common area, it can be in the garage, it can be in the parking lot, it can be in almost any location throughout a shopping center. It can actually, a pop-up can even be an inline space in a vacant storefront that hasn't maybe been occupied for a longer period of time. They can be pavilions, they can be tents, they can be shipping containers. That's probably what most people think of when they hear the word pop-up, is a shipping container that's been refurbished to be a pop-up. They can be a bus, they can be a truck. So we have fashion trucks and fashion buses and fashion vans, for example. And in a way, food trucks are a kind of pop-up as well. They're mobile restaurants. They're easily replaced and they're easily removed. That's part of their charm. Today's customers are often bored. They're looking for novelty. They're looking for something new and different. They're looking for excitement. A store that signs a 10 or 20-year lease is going to be in a project for a very, very long time. But a pop-up can be there for a couple of days or a weekend or maybe a week. A long pop-up might be a month or two. There are a lot of different kinds of pop-ups. We're seeing a lot of innovation and creativity going on. Many of them are combined with food and beverage. They have receptions. Sometimes they have fitness training or other activities revolving around the pop-up. Part of this is because many of the early pop-up innovators in the retail world were companies like Nike, Adidas, Puma, and many of the sporting goods manufacturers. You find pop-ups in town centers and lifestyle centers a lot. You can find them in other more conventional retail formats as well. They're characterized by short-term leases, and this may seem to be a contradiction in terms of the financial success of the space, but pop-ups can have incredible sales per square foot or per square meter. A lot of the merchandise is often only available today or tomorrow. The customers realize if they don't buy it now, they may not be able to get it for a couple of weeks. And so in order to be the first in their block and the first in their neighborhood to have a particular product or wear a particular product, they better buy it today. So we often see very, very high sales from pop-ups. Box parks, these are collections of pop-ups together. So if you get a lot of containers together and array them in a particular manner, you can have a box park. Roger Wade did this in 2011 with his box park Shoreditch in London and has now debuted other box parks in the London area. You can find them in New Zealand and Turkey and Asia, all across the US, Las Vegas. There are a lot of box parks now. We expect that we will see more. One final comment here, you need a plug-and-play environment for box parks. It's not quite so simple to say, well, we're just going to bring in shipping containers and put them down in our common areas. It really helps if you already have the plug-and-play electrical grid that allows you to put a box, shipping container box, almost anywhere in your project on a temporary basis. So it's good to make sure you've got the electrical connections, water connections, and sometimes even the sewer connections to be able to actually use box parks as part of your inventory in order to stay in the retail game. I don't want to keep going on this topic. I think if those of you who are interested in this are really fascinated by the topic of box parks, then there's a lot of literature available, and I would recommend very highly Melissa Gonzalez's book, which is The Pop-Up Paradigm, and also a book by Christina Norsig called Pop-Up Retail. And if you really want to become experts in pop-ups, read these two books. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again.